Okay, Sahil, so what was your favourite activity and why?
My favorite activity over the past 2 years would have to be the skiing.
Okay.
It's been a passion of mine since we used to come to Switzerland every year for holidays, and when I arrived here for school, we were going every year, so I've developed, I've become a lot better, and it's really, really fun.
So how much better are you? What can you do?
I can do a lot of off-piste, a lot of free riding now, as
Okay.
opposed to before I could just manage to do a black slope without managing to break anything.
Okay.
So now I'm very comfortable off-piste, on-piste, slalom, grand slalom.
Right.
So,
That's good. What was your least favourite activity?
my least favorite activity would have to be. I've got a mix. I mean, the gym was obviously a very good thing for me, but it was a very annoying thing to do because there's no gym in school, so I had to always commute about 20 minutes to, or 25 minutes to La Tour de Paix and back.
Okay.
And since I'm a boarder, I only got from 4 till 6. So it wasn't a lot of time, so once I would get there, I'd have about maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes, as opposed to if I was going on the weekends, it would be at least an hour. So that was quite annoying. But that doesn't mean I don't like the gym. But just because of that, it was quite difficult.
Okay. We've kind of got to the end of CAS now. So you've talked about the skiing school, talked about the gym, but are there any things that you feel might continue with?
Yep. On my blog, you'll see that I've been doing piano for the past 2 years. That's also been a great passion of mine since I was three years old. I used to play piano, and I still will. It's a great hobby of mine.
Okay.
I'll be continuing with the gym. I'll be continuing skiing, obviously when weather permits. Longboarding as well. Choir and band. Obviously, once I leave school, it'll be a bit harder to find a band. Although in university, I should be able to find something, but I'm not too sure I'll be continuing with that. And I think instruments in general, I'll be continuing after.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, good. Now, where do you think you've grown personally as part of your CAS program? Maybe achieved something you didn't think you could achieve?
Well, I've gained more patience, if I can even say that. I mean, I still am very impatient. I've never liked waiting for things, but now, especially teaching and looking after the little kids in the JD,
Sure.
I've definitely grown a bigger tolerance to little kids. At least I'm more open with it. I'm not too hasty. I'm like, it's not like a friend. It's not an 18-year-old guy or girl anymore. It's a 3-4-year-old boy.
Yeah.
So obviously that mindset's very different. So I've obviously had to change the way I act, the way I talk, the way I move around them. Obviously, otherwise I can get scared or shy. So I think in that way I've grown.
Okay. And do you feel you've had a positive influence on anyone else whilst you've been doing CAS?
A positive influence on some peers around me. Again, in terms of teaching, I have. Last year I was teaching biology and English I was teaching English to a 7-year-old, and with him, definitely he barely could speak any English, and when I was finished with him, he could formulate sentences, he could introduce himself, have very basic conversations. And yeah, I think that's very, very important. It's pretty awesome that he knows how to at least introduce himself
Okay.
from nothing before.
Brilliant. Go ahead. Any new skills or interests that maybe you tried something just because I said you had to do it for CAS and then you found out you liked it?
Miss Hartman last year, she was the head of music. She forced me to do choir. It wasn't necessarily something I would see myself doing, but in the end, I actually quite liked it. It was very fun singing with everyone else, especially in concerts when it sounded quite nice. I'm not going to say I'm a good singer, but I can say that I have improved from what I had before.
Okay.
So that's very nice.
Good. Okay, so if we just flick back, there goes our learning outcomes. With those, would you say there is one of those who went, actually, that was what CAS was for me?
Yes. Well, for me, the most important learning outcome was to demonstrate the skills and recognize the benefits of working collaboratively. Because for me, when I like to work, I like to be by myself. I like to focus by myself. Otherwise, I get very easily distracted by little toys and little pens around me. So that was a very, very big part of CAS for me. I had to really, I had to work with other people and I had to focus and not, veer off track. And yeah, for me, that was the main part of CAS. That was the most interesting part.
Okay. Okay, so next thing. You kind of mentioned this already, but is there anything else you want to add? We finished CAS. What have you gained from it?
So I've gained new skills, new talents. Skills being able to interact with younger students, being able to play more instruments, sing at a higher grade. In terms of service, I've been a monitor for the past 2 years, so I've definitely gained more maturity and responsibility towards others, learning how to speak to them so that they speak with authority, so they can actually listen to me and not just okay. That's the most.
Okay. Okay, so each half term you completed a blog and I've asked you to write about things and think about what you're writing. Did you find that a worthwhile thing to do, or just something to do that I told you to do?
I think, at times when I first started CAS, I thought it was a bit annoying to keep writing things what I've been doing, but now when I look back at it, it's quite interesting to see what I first started doing and how I've kept consistency with those activities and services. And it's interesting to see what I've not necessarily accomplished, but what I've gained from those experiences, which is really cool. It's like a scrapbook. I've seen from the start what I've learned, what I've been through. So it's quite. I think university would be quite interested in seeing what I've done in the past 2 years.
Okay. And there we go. And have any preconceived ideas you've had changed?
Of CAS or of the activities I've been doing?
Either.
I'd say coming back to choir. It wasn't necessarily a thing I'd see myself doing because I'm not a gifted person in terms of voice. But I did see myself improve, and I liked the way I was improving, so I kept continuing for the past year and a half. I think that's the main thing that's changed for me. Apart from the choir, I would say perhaps maybe the actual purpose of CAS itself. Not necessarily a thing I have to do, not necessarily just a certain amount of hours I have to complete a week. It gives me more experience, it gives me more skills, things I can use later in life.
Okay. So did you not think it was worthwhile at the beginning?
To be honest, I thought it was interesting, but I never I knew it was going to be interesting and helpful for the future, but I never really felt it, passionately, it was actually worth it. But now I think it's quite good to see what I've learned. So I'm just very happy.
Okay, we have a system in school for CAS. Which bits of that did you like? Which bits did you not like?
There were a couple of lessons where I knew what I was already doing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessary for me to really be there in the class.
Sure.
I'd say that's about it. That's the only thing I would have had to show up to class even though I've done the work necessary.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll just sit around.
Sure. All right. Well, fair enough. What advice would you give a year 12 at the moment?
To put photos on their blog or whatever it is. I mean, it's interesting to see the photos that are just text only for a 2 years worth of just text. It'd be fun to see photos. To keep it updated. Don't forget those sign sheets.
Sure.
Don't forget the signing sheets.
Okay, great. And last one, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Go CAS.
Okay. No.